graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well, having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. We got the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Minnesota Vikings today, and we shall see how this matchup does go. Really looking forward to this. Let me know what your final score predictions are down below, and tell me who do you think is going to be the standout player in this game. I'm a little bit nervous, okay? This Vikings team has been playing pretty well. Carson Wentz has actually looked pretty good. And I'm just, from an Eagles perspective, okay, we always do ask ourselves, what type of offense are we going to see today? They have to establish the run. In my opinion, what they're going to really have to do, the Birds, is they're going to have to try to establish the run with Jalen Hurts' legs. They really haven't done. I mean, Hurts hasn't really had a big game with his legs since week 1, and I'd really like to try to see him be more of a threat. You know, have some bootlegs and have some more in-design plays for Jalen, just to open up the field for everybody else. Oh, thank you so much for the gifted membership, PJ. I really appreciate that. Wow. Congratulations, School J. I really appreciate that. Larry, I hope that you're okay, man. That's awful. Prayers, man. Prayers. Man, I didn't know. I'm so sorry, man. But yes, so I need them to establish the run, and also it'd be really nice to see A.J. Brown go off today. But yes. Alrighty. The Eagles will start off with the football first. I believe that the Vikings did win the coin toss, so we're ready to get things started in just a few seconds. All right, let me turn on Twitter really quickly. Again, please tell me what your final score predictions are down below, and who do you think is going to be a standout player in today's game. No Andrew Van Ginkel for the Minnesota Vikings. He is not available for today's game. And also, of course, no J.J. McCarthy for the Vikings. So, alrighty, where is this? Let's change our scene. Let's go to our live stream. Hopefully this works out pretty well today. Let me change this as well. We'll get this up on the board. Don't forget, tonight we also have Game 6 of the ALCS. I know I sound a little bit nasally. I was out last night. I had a very good time with what I was doing, and it was important to go out. But yeah, so this Vikings team is coming off of a win against the Cleveland Browns. Ended up winning by a score of 21-17. Carson Wentz threw for 236 passing yards in that game, and also did throw for a touchdown. Justin Jefferson caught Justin Jefferson caught for 123 yards. He did have 7 catches as well. And yeah, so we shall see how things do go for today. All right. Why is this not showing up? So Riker just kicked it off. Can't even see it. And Shipley just returned it for 25 yards. And the Eagles will have the football at their own 25-yard line as they start things off with the ball. Why is this not coming up? There it is. They cut to commercial. Okay. Hurts is lined up under center, hands it off over to Saquon Barkley, his running back, as he plows his way up the middle, gets about 8 yards, and he takes it to the Philadelphia 33-yard line for a 2nd and 2. Hurts in the last 2 games has completed 66% of his passes. He's thrown for a total of 282 yards and has also thrown 3 touchdowns as well. Yes. All right, good. So you guys can follow along with the ball marker as well. Please tell me down below. So again, it is Eagles football. Hurts lines up in shotgun again, hands it off to his running back Saquon up the middle as he runs and gets about 3 yards this time. So far, 2 runs for Saquon Barkley. There's Mailata Dickerson, Juergen, Steen, and Johnson lined up on the O-line for the Birds. They got Saquon as their running back, AJ, Devontae, and Jahan Dotson as their main 3 targets, and Dallas Goedert, of course, at tight end. So now they will line Hurts under center, and they will pitch it to Saquon as he runs towards the left side of the hash marks and gets about a 5-yard gain there, and he's taken down at the Philadelphia 41-yard line. There's Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, Jalen Redmond over on the line, Grenard, Cashman, Pace Jr., and Turner at linebacker, and then you got Murphy Jr., Jackson, Metellus, and Rogers in the secondary. So far, about 2 minutes on this drive. Hurts under center, 2 receivers over towards the left side. And Hurts with another handoff as Barkley tries to zigzag past the line of scrimmage and only gets, they say that he's going to lose about a yard there as Jonathan Allen was able to make the tackle. There's Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously has to be really happy with his defense. Eagles come out running on 4 3 plays, avoiding a 3 and an out, which is nice. 3rd and 6. Hurts lines up in shotgun, gets the snap, looks towards his right side, finds Devontae Smith for just about a gain of 5 yards as the catch is made right on the 45-yard line, and now it'll be a 4th and 1 at the Philadelphia 45. See what the Eagles do here. They will stay out there, and they will go for it on 4th down. And the music's not working. All right, so they will go for the tush push. Let's see how this goes. Can they get the first down is the question. Can they get the first down here? 4 seconds left on the play clock. They try to push the pylon forward. And did the Vikings stop them? It's going to be pretty hard to tell. I don't think that they got it. But we're waiting for a signal. And they're going to say that they got the first down there. So the Eagles do move the sticks. Oh, yeah, he did. He went forward a little bit. The camera angle wasn't so good on the regular shot that they showed. So 6 plays, 21 yards in a matter of 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Eagles were just able to get it. Hurts in the gun, gets the snap, blitz is coming. He rolls towards the left side and runs his way out of bounds to about the Philadelphia 46. He just got back to the line, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Clock is still running. A lot of pressure there by Metellus to be able to just get past his man and chase after Hurts on the run there over towards the outside. 10:15 left to go in quarter number 1. Eagles are 4-2. Vikings are 3-2. Playing out in Minnesota. Hurts lines him up, gets the snap, hands it off over to Saquon Barkley, who runs towards the inside, or Tanner Bigsby, that is, who runs past the 45, takes it all the way to the 43. Metellus makes the tackle, and so Bigsby able to get a gain of 11 yards there. He had a big gap to just be able to operate, and good blocking as well for a first down. 5 rushing plays, 2 passing plays for the Birds. There's Devontae Smith in motion. They'll fake a handoff. Hurts decides to run towards the outside. And does he get past the line? No, he does not. He'll run it out of bounds. Again, just not wanting to throw that football away. And Smith was the one who chased him right on out of bounds. No A.J. Dillon today. Of course, no Grant Calcaterra. He's dealing with an oblique injury. And the Eagles are a little bit thin at the tight end position. 15 rushing yards so far for Saquon Barkley. And Bigsby with that 11-yard gain there. Hurts in the gun, gets the snap, drops back. He's looking towards the center. Now looks towards the left side. And the catch is going to be made well in front or well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's by Saquon Barkley, who loses 2 yards, and Metellus again is able to make the tackle. It's now going to be 3rd and 13. He was looking downfield first and just couldn't find anybody that he could trust, and so then he went to Saquon, and it was a very short pass, but still not back to the line. Good pressure by this Vikings defense. 10 plays, 29 yards. Can the Eagles try to extend the drive is the question. They're at the Minnesota 46. Hurts gets the snap, hands it off to Barkley, and he will run up the middle, takes it to about the 45. He loses the football, but he was down. Right, takes it right to about the 37, excuse me. Just wanted to see the ball. Yep, he's down. He's down by contact there. So it's a 4th and 4 at the Minnesota 37-yard line. A 9-yard run. And the Eagles are going to stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. 4th and 4, 10 seconds left on the play clock. Eagles are 7 for 9 so far on 4th down conversions. Hurts gets the snap, drops back. He's looking. He's still looking. He fires downfield. It's caught by A.J. Brown. He'll take it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He was wide open towards the left side and just took it all the way to the house, and the Eagles are on the board, baby. Metellus was covering him, and then he got the separation down the left seam. A 37-yard pass from Hurts on 4th down, and the Eagles take a 6-0 lead. All right, extra point coming up. Ball snap spotted. Elliott's kick is good. 7-0 Birds. 12 plays, 75 yards, and 8 minutes and 1 second on that drive. Wow. Fight. Let's go, baby. That was a great play, great patience by Jalen Hurts, and a good Good job by Brown to get that separation.
And watch our Eagles fly, fly, Eagles fly, on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Let's talk a little bit more about that drive. 6 running back carries, 2 QB carries, and again, this is also a courtesy too of Zach Berman. 3 for 3 in the passing game, including a 4th down touchdown pass to A.J. Brown. Just loved how he slipped past Metellus in coverage there. Was able to get that catch off. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to take a quick step off. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Elliott is going to kick it off, and that thing is going to bounce all the way towards the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings will set up shop at their own 20-yard line. There is Carson Wentz. So we shall see how the Eagles do on defense and what Vic Fangio, of course, has dialed up in his game plan. We are going to put this thing back up. I don't know why we had to take it off, but we did. But yes, Eagles do lead at 7-0 against the Minnesota Vikings, thanks to a 37-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown. All right, so we start things off with a handoff to Mason, who runs for about 4 yards, and they'll take it to the Minnesota 24-yard line. So a 4-yard gain there, 2nd and 6 at the 24. Where are we going? There we are. 6.5 minutes left to go in quarter number 1. So Jordan Mason with a gain of 4 yards on that play. Addison's in motion. Wentz lines him up, fakes the handoff pass, throws it over towards the right side. He was in coverage there, and it was incomplete. It was supposed to go to T.J. Hawkinson, but that was well in front of the line of scrimmage. He had to throw it off quickly, though, because he had pressure right down in front. Got Darisaw, Jackson, Brandell, Fries, and O'Neal on the O-line. And then, of course, Mason is the running back, Jefferson at wide receiver, Addison and Naylor at wide receiver as well, and T.J. Hawkinson as the tight end. Wentz in the gun, gets the snap, looks towards Thielen's way, fires it to him, makes the catch right on the 34-yard line. And a gain of 10 that time for Minnesota, and a first down conversion as well. I mean, he had plenty of time to throw that thing, and Thielen was just wide open. And a good tackle right after the catch was made. Now Wentz is under center. Hawkinson was moving a little bit towards the left side, up in the front. Wentz gets the snap, drops back, looks deep, fires it towards the right sideline, and it's caught by Jordan Addison for 34 yards. He made a diving catch, and he is down right inside the 35, right at the 32-yard line. Oh, my goodness. A wide open pass over to his way, and Addison able to get a 34-yard catch out of it. Curious to see if they're just going to try to keep going to him because Quinion is on Justin Jefferson. So Wentz will get the shotgun snap again, tries to find Addison, and he does, and he'll make the catch this time at the 26. Quinion was actually on him that time. It's now 2nd and 4. Well, I'm just going back to that catch that he made just previously. That was awesome. So far, 5 plays, 54 yards in a matter of 2 minutes. 4:25 left to go in quarter number 1. Wentz under center, hands it off to Mason, who plows up the middle and gets the first down. Ball spotted at the 22, got past the O-line and the teeth of the defense of the Eagles, and so is able to make his way past the sticks. And he moves the chains. Mason with 2 rushes and 7 yards so far. Another handoff over to Mason, I believe yet again. Why did the screen freeze? Why did the screen freeze? What's going on? Okay, we're back. So it was another handoff over to Mason. 7 plays, 61 yards. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. It's now at the 19-yard line. So again, the Vikings are in the red zone. Wentz takes the handoff, drops back, looks deep towards the end zone, fires it incomplete to Addison. It was well over his head. And 3 minutes exactly left to go in quarter number 1. E.J. Smith just tweeted out, it looks like Nakobe Dean will get some early down work with Jahad Campbell dropping down to the edge. He's come in for 2 snaps so far on this series. Just wanted to throw that out there too. 5 seconds left on the play clock. It's now 2nd and 10. And Wentz gets the snap, tries to look for Addison towards the left side, and it's incomplete. Rush the throw there. And now it's 3rd and 10 at the Philadelphia 19. Wentz so far 3 for 5 in the passing game, or 3 for 6 now, I should say, with 50 passing yards, including a nice pass to Jordan Addison for a gain of 34. Vikings are 8th ranking-wise in red zone touchdowns. All right, the high snap is made, and Wentz has to go chase after it into the backfield, and it goes all the way to the 35 to the 41, and he gets on top of it, recovered by Carson Wentz, and that was not what the Vikings wanted. Bad snap made there under center. It was well over Wentz's head. And so he recovers it at the Philadelphia 41, and what would have been just a short field goal is now a 59-yarder. Oh my goodness. a loss of 25 yards. Brandell with the terrible snap there. Ball snapped, spotted, the kick is up, and it is good anyways by Reichard. It's 7-3. Reichard knocked it down. With 2:04 left to go in the first quarter, and we'll take a quick step off and be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, the Eagles will get the football back. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. 7-3 Birds. So the kickoff by Reichard. This one's high, and it's going to be deep, and it will be caught right inside the 5 by Shipley. And he runs up the middle, takes it all the way past the 10, the 20, the 30, and he's down at about the 35-yard line by Ham. They'll call it a 1st and 10 at the 35. So that was about a 33-yard run by Will Shipley there. And the Eagles will have the football with 1:59 left to go in the first quarter. Hurts 3 for 3 in the passing game on the first drive for 39 yards, including a very nice pass to A.J. Brown for 37. Hurts under center. Gets the snap, pitches it to Saquon, who was right behind him, runs right past the left guard, and gets a gain of about 4 as Cashman and Metellus were there to meet him right at about the 38-yard line, and they took him down. 2nd and 6. Tell you, Saquon is going off, and really like how the offensive line is playing so far. We'll see if they can keep it up as the game does continue. But I did say before today started, I said that they're going to have to put up some long drives on offense. Brown's in motion. Hurts looks his way, but then finds Devontae Smith for just about a gain of about 5 yards, and it was just shy of the sticks. It was a dart pass to Devontae. And a nice play call there, too, by Kevin Patullo. As Brown was in motion, he was going down over towards the left side. He was actually open, but still able to find Devontae. Devontae got a little bit banged up there, and he's over on the sideline. Trainer asked him if he's all right. He says, "No, I'm good." So he came out, and now they're gonna review the placement of the football. Again, it's called a 3rd and 1 at the Philadelphia 43, and there's 42 seconds left to be exact in this first quarter. Tell you, Dickerson really is having a good game. They're using more of the left side of the field. That's because this guy's been playing pretty well. There's a timeout taken as this play is going to be under review. Devontae Smith did limp off the field after the reception. He wanted to stay in the game. They did call him over. Also, Tim McManus did say that Aziz Ojulari is heading indoors. So just wanted to throw that out there as well. All right, so we have another timeout taken. What's going on, Chad? Hopefully you're all doing well. Having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. It is a 7-3 ball game. The Eagles do lead it by 4. A.J. Brown caught a 37-yard touchdown pass. Eagles today on 3rd down, by the way, 0 for 2. Vikings 2 for 3 on that very first drive. Just wanted to also throw that stat out there as well. Each team, of course, does have 3 timeouts remaining. Eagles have possessed the ball for 8 minutes and 9 seconds. Vikings have got it for 4 minutes and 55 seconds. So, Minnesota challenged the pass completion ruling, and I didn't even realize that was what was the case. So, they challenged the pass completion ruling, and the play was upheld. Rolling on the field stance, it looked like it was a catch. I didn't really think that there was a debate about that. Well, once they come back from the break, we'll see. Oh, man. Thank you all so much for being on here. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We'll take a look at some of the other NFL scores, too. So the call does stand, and the Vikings do lose a timeout. Browns lead at 3-0. The Titans have a 10-3 lead against the New England Patriots. That game is in the first quarter. Carolina Panthers are up 3-0. How about the Bears, too? They have a 3-0 lead as well. And the Chiefs lead at 7-0 against Las Vegas. 3rd and 1 for Philadelphia, and a flag is going to be thrown, and they will call a false start, and now it'll be a 3rd and 6. There's Bill Vinovich as the referee. Made the call there. Didn't even show him lining up. So it's 3rd and 6 with exactly 42 seconds left to go. That sends the Eagles back to the Philadelphia 38-yard line. Oh, boy. Excuse me. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts lines up in shotgun again. Barkley is to the right side of Jalen Hurts, and Hurts is getting the snap. He's looking down the left side, tries to find Devontae Smith, who tries to leap up and catch it. Isaiah Rodgers was on him, and it is incomplete. Smith could not haul it in. That was a pretty good pass from Jalen Hurts there. Devontae just could not catch it. Tried to jump up, and he dove backwards. So it's 4th and 6, And the Eagles offense will come out, and special teams are in. Miles Price will be the Vikings returner. 8 seconds left on the play clock, and Braden Mann is out to punt the football for Philadelphia. 7-3 Eagles. Mann with the punt. Here it comes. And it's popped up over towards the right side. It'll be caught inside the 20. And at the 16 is the fair catch signal. And the catch was made, so the fair catch is called. 31 seconds left to go. And the Vikings will get the ball back at their own 16-yard line. Eagles got Devontae one-on-one against Isaiah Rodgers on a go ball, but the pass is just outside of Smith's reach. There was great coverage by Rodgers, but I'll tell you what, that false start by A.J. Brown was not good. That was costly. It was. So, man. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell icons too, folks. What's going on? Absolutely can't stand the Vikings. Please deliver a dub, says Big Mo. What's up, Big Mo? I like watching HD, and that's why I'm watching on Screen Variety TV. Nice. Very cool. Hey, JJ, I forgot what time it was. It's JJ time. What's up, Mark? Thanks so much for coming on here, man. Folks, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on the bell icons, please. Man, this week is a light week for us. We got ALCS tonight. That's Game 6. That'll be fun. And then possibly Game 7 tomorrow. If that's not the case, though, then we're back on Wednesday to start off the Philadelphia 76ers season. And we're definitely going to be using these next 3 days to rest up. And then it's home stretch for baseball. It is World Series. That starts Friday. And, of course, we got the Birds again on Sunday, Friday. So our streaming days right now, it looks like, depending on what ends up happening tonight, I think we got Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is how it's going to look. So, NFL finally calling the offsides on the push. 31 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. And Carson Wentz will have the football at his own 16-yard line. He's under center. Right behind him is Mason. He gets the snap. He is looking to try to find Jefferson, and Jefferson catches it right at about the 20. He takes it to the 30, and he is down at the 34. A gain of about 18 yards there. Cooper DeJean was supposed to be on him, and Jefferson got the separation right in the slot. And so that's how the first quarter ends. It'll be a 1st and 10 at the Vikings 34. And we'll see what happens, what continues to happen on this drive, but an 18-yard pass to Justin Jefferson. And the Philadelphia Eagles do lead at 7-3. 7-3 is your score. And the Birds and the Vikings will be right back. Denver says Flyers have done all right so far. They've done okay. Yeah. I didn't see what ended up, what the final score was for last night's game. I was out with my family. Was watching a little bit of the game, but I didn't get to see what the final score was. Did they win? Oh, yeah, they did. They tied it up in the third. I was going to say that the offense was really quiet in the first, and they ended up not getting a goal off. Yeah. I'm fine with Seattle winning the series, but I hope it goes to 7, says Lou. Yeah. So the takeaway so far. Look, that A.J. Brown touchdown pass was awesome. The touchdown catch, was awesome. I didn't like the false start on the 4th and 1. That was costly. But Eagles defense did okay on the first drive. Something else, I probably should have wrote it down in my notes. But there was one play that sort of kind of bothered me a little bit on defense. And it wasn't just that Jefferson was open and got the separation against Cooper DeJean, but it was something else that sort of stood out to me too. The Rams did beat the Jaguars today, 35-7, out in London. Trevor Lawrence, how did he do? Lawrence, 23 for 48, threw for 296 passing yards, did have one touchdown pass. And how did Stafford do? Stafford was 21 for 33 with 182 passing yards, but he threw for 5 touchdowns. Kyron Williams did rush 12 times for 54 yards. Blake Corum also had 12 carries for 37. Devontae Adams caught 3 touchdowns today. Wow. Terrence Ferguson caught 1. And Konata Mumfield caught the other one. It was just a 5-yard pass over to him. Alrighty, so we start off quarter number 2. There's Justin Jefferson lined up over on the left side. Wentz under center. Gets the snap. Pitches it back over to his running back. That's Mason, who runs past the left guard and takes it to about the 38-yard line, where he's met by a plow full of Eagles, including the Kobe Dean and Jalix Hunt. And it'll be good enough for a 2nd and 6. There's Jahad Campbell, 6'3", 235 pounds. Of course, went to Alabama and is in his rookie season. He's been having a pretty good game so far. Wentz lines him up. Hawkinson's in motion. And Wentz will hand it off over to Mason again, who tries to run up the middle. And a good job by the Eagles defense to only get him to gain about 1 yard. Jordan Davis was able to stop the run there and clog up the middle. Nowhere to go, pretty much, for Mason except for 1 yard. And now it'll be a 3rd and 5 at the Minnesota 39. Loved how he was lined up there, and good job by the Eagles to just be able to stop the run. Can they hold him here? That is obviously the question. 13 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in quarter number 2. Wentz in shotgun, gets the snap, looks for a receiver. It's intercepted by the Birds and taking it to the 20, to the 10, and a touchdown. It's Jalix Hunt, a pick 6 for Philadelphia. A bad pass there, a terrible read by Carson Wentz. Couldn't even tell who he was looking for, and Kevin O'Connell not happy at all. 13-3 Philadelphia. The intended receiver was supposed to be Justin Jefferson, and that was nowhere near him. And Jalix Hunt able to come up with the catch there. And that was for about a 42-yard return. Also got to give credit to Jalen Carter providing the pressure too on Wentz as well. Extra point coming on up by Elliott. Ball snapped, spotted, and good. 14-3 Eagles. Jalix Hunt with a pick 6, baby. That is awesome. Hunt drops into coverage, and Carson Wentz doesn't see the OLB. That's the first pick Jalen Hunt's career.
Eagles! Eagles!
Wow. And Jalen Carter absolutely provided that pressure to be able to have Carson Wentz make that pass. Here's a bulldozer that's coming your way, and all of a sudden you got to react quickly, and Wentz panics. And there you go. Love that. Love that. It was also his first pick. That was his first pick, too. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Yeah. So Carson Wentz throws a pick, and Eagles capitalize and get themselves a pick six. So the offense gets to rest, but the defense has to go back to work. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else, and I forget what it was. What's up, Mike? Andrew Souchunas, that was such a Wentz INT. Took a shot, threw it right to a defender. Fransky in LA's Twitter account, a Wentz pick six makes me feel like, wait, what did they say? Makes me feel like I should be wearing a mask and working remotely. All right, here we go. Here's a kickoff for Philadelphia. As Elliott kicks this one pretty high and deep, and that is going to be taken all the way to the Minnesota 26 by Felton. So it's a 14-yard return there for Minnesota. They just cut live to the game, so I couldn't even see it. Figures. Kevin is here. What's up, Kevin? How are you, my friend? What's going on, my guy? All right, we'll put this over here. Actually, you know what? As a matter of fact, we'll put this right over here. All right, so here we go. Wentz under center this time. And handoff over to Mason, who tried to run up the middle and then took it horizontally and ran over towards the outside. Then he got taken down. But there is, I think that they're going to call it back. They will call a holding on Minnesota, and they will. Let's look again. It was Oliver who looked like he was holding Fred Johnson. So it's a 9-yard penalty. There'll be a 1st and 19 now at the Minnesota 17-yard line, so they got to get to the 36. We've played only about 2 minutes in this second quarter so far. Remember, the Vikings have 2 timeouts because their challenge was unsuccessful. It was on the Devontae Smith diving catch. Wentz in the gun, gets the snap, looks towards his left side, panics and throws it, and it's incomplete. Hit some pressure towards the right side. They actually technically call it a fumble because it was a backwards pass, so that's a loss of 6 yards there. It was not a forward pass. It went right behind the receiver, so it's now 2nd and 27, and the ball is now at the Minnesota 9-yard line. And the clock's still winding down because that's technically not a forward pass. So the ball did go out of bounds. Terrible play there by Carson. Give the Eagles defense credit, though. It's now 2nd and 27, and they're at the 9. Wentz gets the snap, rolls towards the right side, throws it downfield, and it is intercepted again by Philadelphia. Andrew Makuba able to make the catch there, and he catches it down at midfield. I believe he was looking for Addison, and that's the 2nd pick thrown by Carson Wentz. Oh my goodness, Makuba able to pick it off. It was Addison that was supposed to be the intended receiver, and the Eagles will take over at the 44-yard line. Timeout taken on the field. Man. Carson Wentz is seeing ghosts. Unbelievable. Great job by those birds. John Clark just tweeted out that there are some boos going on from Vikings fans as Carson throws his 2nd pick in just as many drives. Wow, listen to this also, by the way. This is from Chris Ollie. Last time Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts were both playing quarterback for the Eagles, okay? In the same game, the New York Giants players were having meltdowns on Twitter. Thought he was going to say something else. It's beautiful. Time to retire Wentz. Unreal. 2 picks. Dude, what was he doing passing that football? What was he doing on that play where he threw it backwards and went out of bounds? Like what the heck was going on there? Again, I do give the Eagles a lot of credit, and Vic Fangio specifically. But yes. Yeah. Insane. Absolutely wild. Guys, we are now 10 subscribers away from 8,100. Who backs up Wentz? Max Brosmer. Brosmer backs him up. So, that's who his backup is. The 3rd string quarterback is Brosmer. 2 picks in his last 2 pass attempts for Carson Wentz. Eagles will get the football back at the 44, and they are in perfect fielding position. Hurts lines him up in the gun, gets the snap, drops back, and rolls towards the right, throws it over to Dallas Goedert as a security blanket, and it's just for a gain of about maybe 2 yards or so. Goddard able to catch it, and Byron Murphy is there on the coverage. Once backup is Ronald McDonald. 2nd and 8 at the Philadelphia 46. Hurts under center. 3 seconds left on the play clock. They'll hand it off over to Barkley, and he is taken down immediately in the backfield. That's a loss of 6. Oh, man, Redmond just broke through that glass and shattered Saquon Barkley for a loss of 6 yards there. There we go. So Jalen Redmond, 26 years old, the defensive tackle for the Vikings, able to just provide that pressure. Brian Flores did a good job dialing that up. Vikings send 5 men up front. Hurts gets the snap. Drops back. He has time. Good coverage from the O-line, and the throw towards the right side is caught. It's just a short pass, though, for about 7 yards. And it'll now be 4th and 7 at the Philadelphia 47-yard line. And the field goal unit should be going out there. This would be a 65-yarder. Nope, they're going to, excuse me, sorry about that. They will punt the football back. Okay. I was going to say, they're not going to go for it. I got a little bit confused because they were showing Elliott. So Braden Mann is going to punt it. Vikings defense does get a big stop there, and the Eagles can't capitalize. Mann with the punt, and that one goes out of bounds. It was punted, and then it took a bounce inside the 5, right at about the 3 towards that hash mark, and then it just bounced into the end zone, and that is a touchback, and Minnesota will have it at their own 20. I will be right back. Cam Jurgens is questionable to return. With a knee injury, according to Elliott Shore Parks. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. See you very, very soon. All right, we're back. Wentz lines them up. 2 receivers lined up on the outside towards the left and 2 to the right. Wentz gets the snap. He's looking. He's still looking. Fires downfield towards the left side, and it's caught by Addison, and that's good enough absolutely for a first down. Excuse me, that was Jalen Naylor who caught it for 26 yards there. Jalen Naylor lining up, able to get the separation that he needed. And as the Eagles tried to chase Carson Wentz down, Wentz able to get the pass off, and Naylor catches it right over the shoulder. And it's a 1st and 10 at the Minnesota 46-yard line. Wentz now under center again. This time he's going to hand it off to his backup running back. That's Scott, and he loses a yard as Jordan Davis and Zach Bond are there to take him down immediately. So it's now 2nd and 11. 8:35 left to go in quarter number 2. So it'll be a 2nd and 11. I'm calling it on Fox a 2nd and 10. Called a loss of about half a yard. Wentz in the gun gets the snap. Looks towards his right. Throws it over to Justin Jefferson, who is able to run after the catch and take it all the way down past the 30, past the 20, and he is down at the Philadelphia 15. And that was awesome footwork there. Jahad Campbell just could not make the stop. See again. Yep, he beat Campbell over on the outside and then got taken down right at about the Philadelphia 15. A lot of yards recorded after the catch by Justin Jefferson. So 40 yards on that gain, and the ball is now at the 15. The Vikings are in the red zone. And Wentz will get the snap again, fakes the handoff, looks for his tight end, and he'll make the catch. That's Oliver, and he dives on forward towards the outside and takes it to about the 6-yard line. Maybe he got to the 5. They call it a 2nd and 1, just a gain of about 9 yards there. And so the Eagles trying to get a stop here. 2nd and 1, and timeout number 2 is going to be taken by Minnesota. 2 bad plays on defense. Costly missed tackle there by Andrew Makuba against Justin Jefferson. I don't know how he missed taking down JJ, but he did. Oh, boy. What's up, chat? Walt is here. Walt is here. Who else is here, man? We got Cool J. We got Jay Decker. What's going on? How many yards was that? So far, 74 yards on this drive. It was a 40-yard play by Justin Jefferson. I believe that he actually ended up getting 37 after the catch. About 37 or so. All right, here we go. 2nd and 1 for Minnesota. And they're at the 6. The Philadelphia 6, that is. Wentz under center. Jefferson in motion, and so is Hawkinson. Jefferson's going to be lined up on the outside. And Wentz gets the snap. He's looking for Justin Jefferson, and Jefferson drops it. Cooper DeJean on the coverage there. You knew he was going to go to Jefferson all the way. Cooper was lined up on him. And Jefferson, he did catch it and, well, could not hang on as Cooper DeJean did a good job on the coverage. He was able to just force it out of his hand as soon as he was coming down. And he said incomplete, and he got the call there. 3rd and 1. Can the Eagles defense stay true? Wentz in the gun, gets the snap, drops back, looks towards the right side of the end zone, and it's incomplete. Jalen Naylor was in the vicinity, and he just couldn't complete it to him. It's now 4th and 1, and the Vikings, they have some decisions to figure out here. I'd say that they're going to go for it. 4th and 1. I don't even have to get it into the end zone. Vikings are 4 for 6 on 4th down conversions. Let's go. Let's go defense. Wentz fakes the handoff as he drops back. He's looking towards the right side. There was a flag thrown. The catch is made in the end zone by Naylor. Will they call it back is the question. I believe that the ref signaled, yep, they're going to call it back. Yes, the flag is on the offense. They will call a holding on Minnesota. It'll be on Brandell. And that is a loss of 10 yards there. So it'll be a 4th and 11 at the Philadelphia 16. Really loved that Cooper DeJean play on Justin Jefferson, man. Not many defensive backs can do stuff like that, really. So Reichard is going to go out there to kick the field goal. Good job by the defense. This will be a 34-yarder. Ball snapped, spotted, and right down Broadway. It's good. 14-6. We'll take another step off, and we'll be right back in just a few moments. The fact that Cooper DeJean was able to just go one-on-one with arguably the best receiver in the game and just be able to cover him in the end zone after Jefferson initially did catch it, but as soon as he was coming down, was just able to get the ball out of his hands. It's just beautiful to cause an incomplete pass there. All right, here we go. Here's a kickoff return that's going to be caught right at about the 5 and taking it all the way to the 15, to the 25, all the way over to about the 30. That's where the Eagles will start things off. Good kickoff return there by Philadelphia. There's a flag thrown, though. Let's see what this flag is. It's going to be on the receiving team or whatnot. There's a 5-yard penalty that was called, and the Eagles are going to get pretty good field positioning out of it. It was called against the Vikings. Cam Jurgens is among 3 players listed as questionable to return, by the way, against the Minnesota Vikings. 6:29 left to go in this second quarter. Eagles will have the football. The referees are talking things over here. Don't know what they're talking about. Oh, so they missed the call. It was on the receiving team for 5 yards, so now Hurts has to go back. So they'll have the Eagles set it up at their own 26. Xavier Gibson was the guy who returned it. 6:29 left to go in the first half. Eagles lead at 14-6. A.J. Brown had a 37-yard touchdown catch in the first. Jalix Hunt had a pick six in the second. And Reichard hit 2 field goals, one from 59 yards, the other one from 34. 6:29 to go. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts under center. Pitches it back over to Saquon Barkley, who tries to run past the right guard, and he is down. He loses a yard there. Saquon Barkley with now 7 carries and a total of 23 yards. They got him active on the first drive. There is a flag, however, that's going to be thrown, and that's going to be on the Eagles anyways. They will call offensive holding on Jordan Mailata. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty, and that sends the Eagles back to their own 16-yard line. Not what you want there. So it was a loss of 2, really 1.5, and then the penalty adds on another 10. 1st and 20 at the 16. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts lined up in shotgun formation. 4-man rush up front. And Hurts hands it off to Barkley, who spins past the center and goes in between the hash marks, runs around one of the defenders and gets a total of 7 yards. Grenard able to tackle him at about the Philadelphia 23-yard line. .540 left to go in the quarter number 2. This time the Vikings have 6 men up front. Hurts gets the snap, drops back. He has time. There's a flag coming, and now the pressure's coming, and down he goes. The penalty originally was on Saquon Barkley for an offensive hold, and they're going to decline that. And now it's 3rd and 20 at the Philadelphia 16. The sack made by Wilson for the Minnesota Vikings. Hurts had time, and nobody was open, it seemed like. And by the time he had the ball, Wilson was right behind him, just coming up on his blind spot, it looked like. Was able to take him down. The Eagles are 0 for 4 on 3rd down conversions today. Hopefully they don't go conservative here. 3rd and 20. Hurts gets the snap, drops back, throws it over to Dallas Goedert, who catches it right at about the 25, and he's still on his feet, and he's marked down right at about the 27-yard line. And so there's some words being exchanged. And it'll be a 4th and 10, and the Eagles special teams are going to go out there. I mean, that's now 2 bad drives in a row by the Eagles offense here. Looks like that they're just going back to their old ways, not being as creative. Here's Braden Mann on the punt. It's popped up, and it'll be caught right inside the 30 to about the 25, and taking it all the way back over to about the 32 is Price. That's just a 6-yard return. Kelly Ringo was able to provide the coverage there. And Carson Wentz is going to go back out there, and he will have the football. 4:20 left to go in quarter number 2. This is not a good second quarter by the Philadelphia Eagles. Started off great on that very first drive, and their offense has pretty much gone ice cold ever since. Here's an interesting stat. The Eagles have run 9 plays for 23 yards since the opening drive. All 3 drives have resulted in, guess what? A 3-and-out. So they're forced to punt. And here's Carson Wentz, who's going to hand it off over to Mason. And Jalix Hunt almost got the tackle there. Mason actually did end up losing a yard anyways, as Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter were able to meet him. So it's 2nd and 11 at the Minnesota 31-yard line. 4 minutes left to go here in quarter number 2. 20 seconds left on the play clock. 3:53 left to go. There's Vic Fangio over in the booth. Eagles do have 4 men up in the front. Jefferson's in motion. Wentz lines him up. Wentz gets the snap. Was looking for Mason at first, but then looked in front of him. Right in front of him was T.J. Hockenson. He was open, and he takes it past the line of scrimmage and gets about 3 yards. And Zach Bond is able to touch him as he's down. It's now 3rd and 8 at the Minnesota 34-yard line. All righty, let's see if the Eagles can get a stop here. Can they get a stop? Well, Shipley is out of the tent, and he's back on the bench for the Philadelphia Eagles. 3:05 left to go in quarter number 2. 2 receivers over towards the left side, and 1 on the outside towards the right. Wentz in the gun, gets the snap. He's looking for Jefferson towards the right sideline, then he'll make the catch right in front of the sticks, and then gets about 2 yards afterwards, and he's pushed out of bounds by Zach Bond. And that'll keep the drive alive. That's going to move the chains. 2 people were over there, but Jefferson able to obviously utilize his footwork pretty well and beat his men to the punch. 2:35 to go in quarter number 2. Justin Jefferson so far today, 5 targets, 3 catches for a total of 68 yards. Good in that big one after the catch was made for about 37 on a previous drive. Wentz under pressure. Blitz is coming. He escapes. And so he'll fling it over to his to Scott, who was the running back there. And he only gets about 2 yards. He had to scramble because, again, the blitz was coming. There was a lot of pressure. And he had to escape the pocket there and sort of backhand flip it over to his running back. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 14-6 Philadelphia. Vikings are down by 8. And the Eagles lead it by 8. All right, folks, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Turn on the bell icons, too. That way you will know when we do go live. It may be very well the worst O in the league right now. It's painful to watch week after week. Yeah, well, it doesn't help when it doesn't help when Toth is playing, and they just it's funny because we all thought that coming on into this year, we thought that the last problem that they were going to have was at O-line. And the O-line has gotten beaten up so many times this year. It's crazy. It's absolutely wild. Oh, boy. All right. I'll be right back in just a couple of seconds. Don't go anywhere. See you soon. righty, here we are, back out in Minnesota. Wentz in the gun gets a snap. He pump fakes on the throw, and this time he throws it over to Hawkinson, who was open up the middle, and it's about for a gain of 6 yards. They'll call it a 3rd and 4 right on the 50-yard line. Kobe Dean able to take him down after the catch was made. And so 1:40 left to go. Remember, the Vikings do have one timeout left. The Eagles still have all 3 of theirs. 95 seconds left to be played here in half number 1. All right. 3rd and 4 at the 50. Defense. 2 receivers lined up on the outside and 2 on the left. Towards the right side. Wentz gets the snap. He's looking. He's scrambling around. He panics. He throws it towards the out-of-bounds marker, and it is incomplete. He had a lot of pressure there, and, well, wasn't able to get it home to anybody, and that thing was absolutely incomplete. 4th and 4 at the 50. And so the Eagles will get the football back. How about that pressure, too, by Jalen Carter to be able to cause Carson Wentz to be able to panic there. Excuse me. So Wright is going to go out there to punt the football. And this thing has popped up and bounced right inside the 20. And the Eagles will get it as the ball goes out of bounds. They will have the football at their own 16-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Philadelphia with about 59 seconds to go. And again, they still have all 3 of their timeouts. So this is a good position for Philadelphia. They don't have the best field position here, but at least try to make it a 2-possession game. Hurts is 7 for 8 today with his completions. There's Toth, Dickerson, and Mailata. Of course, Fred Johnson. Out there, too. So the ball is on the 16. There's 59 seconds left to go. Vikings, again, they still have 1 timeout. That punt was for 34 yards by Wright. Eagles going from right to left. Hurts lines him up, shotgun formation. 2 receivers towards the right side. 1 in the slot. And here we go. The shotgun snap made over to Hurts. And he throws it up the middle to Devontae Smith for just a gain of 6 yards. That was Turner able to take him down immediately. And the Eagles don't use a timeout here. Hurts again lines him up in the gun. Gets the snap again. Throws it towards the right side. Wide open catch made by Devontae Smith. That time it's a gain of 16 yards. And he's down at the 38-yard line. Timeout taken by Philadelphia with 34 seconds left to go. 2 plays, 2 catches by Devontae for a total of 22 yards in a matter of 25 seconds. There's Elliott warming up over on the sideline. 34 seconds left to be played, and the Eagles still have 2 timeouts left to burn. Awesome blitz pickup there by Will Shipley on that Devontae Smith completion. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Eagles get their first down since the opening touchdown drive. Finally. Eagles trying to go 5-2 on the season. Obviously know that Juergens is not out there and Brett Toth is. But even still, the fact that the Eagles offense has gone this quiet, it's not an excuse. Hurts gets the snap, drops back, looks up the middle, throws it, and it is incomplete to A.J. Brown. That was Smith again who was on the coverage. All right. What's up, Mike? What's going on, Leo? How are you guys? Penalties are killing them. Really not too many penalties, though, in this game. Brown should have caught that. A.J. Brown tried to make a sliding catch and just slipped out of his hands. 2 balls thrown to A.J. One of them he caught. It was a 37-yard touchdown pass. 29 seconds left to go in this second quarter. 5 on the play clock. Hurts drops back, gets the snap, avoids one tackle, and here comes another one, and he is sacked in the backfield. 3rd down, 18 seconds left to go. It'll be 3rd and 13. The clock is continuing to wind down, and that is going to be it for the Eagles. They're just going to let it run down. That's it. Wow. They had 2 timeouts left. They didn't want to try to at least get into field goal range and make it a 2-possession game. I don't know. Especially, they're not going to get the football back to start things off. That's crazy. Absolutely wild. So we're going into halftime. It is 14-6 Eagles. And with that, I need to take a step off. I need to go get some water. And they don't call a timeout. I don't understand. I don't get that. Doesn't make any sense to me. Why not try to go up by 2 possessions and get a field goal? I guess that you don't have a lot of trust. I don't know. All right, we'll be back in a little bit. We'll see you in just a little bit. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We are back. We're going to get started with the second half in just a little bit. This Eagles offense just really, ever since the first drive, just really couldn't find their groove, could not get it together. So many 3-and-outs, and just very little creativity with the play calling. And it's looked really, really bad. Just because that Toth is out there and there's no Juergens, it's still not an excuse for your offense to go MIA. You have some of the best guys in the game with Saquon and with Devontae and AJ, and they just weren't able to find their groove. Hopefully that changes though here in the second half of things. And here we go. Starting things off, of course, for the Vikings, they will have the return. This will be Miles Price here on the return. Elliott's kickoff is high and deep, and Price will make the catch inside the 5. He runs towards the outside to about the 10, takes it to the 15, to the 20. He has a lot of space here. He'll take it to the 30, and he is down right at the 38. The 48, that is. Excuse me. It was a 38-yard return. So that is really good field positioning for the Vikings. Wentz with a handoff up the middle over to Mason, who lunges past the left guard, takes it past the 40, and he is down at the 45. So it'll be 2nd and 3. Eagles on special teams just could not make a stop to get Price, and Price able to get very good field positioning out of that. Second and 3. Ball spotted at the Philadelphia 45-yard line. 8 seconds are left on the play clock. By the way, the Vikings are going from left to right. So they have it at the Philly 45. Wentz pitches it back over to his running back Mason, who runs past the right guard, takes it all the way up the middle to about the 35, and he is down at the 33, so it's a 12-yard gain there by Jordan Mason, and Blankenship able to tackle him. Got a lot of space. Makuba got blocked on the outside, too, and nobody could make the stop until Nakobe Dean got there from right behind him. So not a good job by the Philadelphia Eagles so far here in the third quarter. Wentz under center. Addison in motion. Got both their running backs right behind him. They fake the handoff. And now Wentz gets the snap, looks towards his right side, finds C.J. Ham, who catches it at the 28-yard line. And he's down right there. That's where the ball will be spotted. So 2nd and 5 at the 28. Less than 13 minutes to go. Wentz today 12 for 20 in the passing game for a total of 167 passing yards and also 2 picks as well. Second and 5. Both running backs lined up on each side of Carson Wentz will get the snap. He's looking towards his right, throws it. It's caught right in front of the sticks by Justin Jefferson for about a gain of 4 yards. Campbell on the tackle, and it's now 3rd and 1. Last time that Carson Wentz actually faced the Eagles, it was back on September 25th when he was on the Commanders. That's when the Eagles sacked him 9 times, if you remember that. He was 25 for 43 with his passes that day. And the Eagles were able to take care of business. They won 24-8 out in Washington. Wentz hands it off to his running back Mason. Tries to get a yard up the middle. Does he do so? He most certainly does. They'll call it a gain of 2. Davis tried to stop the run and wasn't successful in doing so. 11:45 to go in quarter number 3. So far, 5 plays, 30 yards, in a matter of 3 minutes of game clock time. 11:33 left to go. Jefferson today, 4 catches, for a total of 72 yards. He's going to be lined up on the outside against Adoree Jackson to show him close. Addison in motion. Another handoff to Mason, who runs past the right guard, inches his way past the 15, and he's down right at about the 11-yard line as Reed Blankenship takes him down. So obviously the Vikings getting their running game going here in this third quarter so far. And again, the Vikings O-line providing a lot of pressure on that Eagles D-line. And the Vikings winning the trenches so far in this second half. Getting a lot of blocking. 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 11. Wentz again under center. 3 seconds left on the play clock. Addison moves from left to right. Another handoff to Mason. Tries to run towards the outside on the right. And nobody was home. Then he goes to the left. And he only gets about a gain of 2 as Zach Bond takes him down. 2nd and 8. And the ball was spotted at the 9. Bond was able to provide some pressure towards that right side. Was the one that made the tackle there too. Got to also mention that Makuba did miss a tackle a little bit ago. Wentz gets the snap. He's looking. Pressure's coming. And he gets the throw off, but there's a flag that's going to be thrown. I believe that they're going to call intentional grounding on Carson Wentz because, again, he had nobody really to throw to. And they will call intentional grounding. So that's a 10-yard penalty. It'll now be 3rd and 18 at the Philadelphia 19-yard line. So that sends them back about 8 yards. There are about 3 Eagles there, including Zach Bond. And he sort of did a little fling to nobody and just threw it down immediately. So they call intentional grounding there. 3rd and 18. 9:46 left to go in quarter number 3. Wentz and the Vikings offense do break the huddle. 2 receivers to the left. 1 to the right. Actually, there's 3 receivers to the left. 1 in the slot. Wentz gets the snap. He's looking for Hockenson. Fires it. It's caught right at about the 12. He was wide open, and he got an extra 2 yards after the catch. And he's down at the 10. It'll be 4th and 9, though, at the Philadelphia 10-yard line. And we'll see what the Vikings decide to do here. Wentz had plenty of time to operate, too, and the pocket was open. Didn't really have a lot of pressure at all. So the field goal unit is going to go out there. Reichard will try to knock down a 28-yard field goal here. He's 2 for 2 today. He made one from 59, the other one from 34. There we go. Snapped, spotted, and a line drive. It's absolutely 1,000% good. So he is 3 for 3 today with his field goals. 10 plays, 42 yards in a matter of just a little bit less than 6 minutes. We have a timeout taken at the 9:02 marker. So 14-9 is the score. What in the world is going on with this team? All the offensive power. You can put up only 14 against the Vikings. Then you walk off the field with 13 Exactly. 1,000%. Like, what is Nick Sirianni doing, right? Clearly, they don't have trust in what's going on with their offensive schematics. That's clearly an issue. But also, like, you don't get the ball back to start off the second half. That really bothered me. And I don't understand why they didn't at least try to get into field goal range, because you got to go up by 2 possessions. It could be a 17-9 game, but right now you're only up by 5. So I don't know. E.J. Smith just tweeted this out. The Eagles, quote-unquote, rearranged front 7 struggled against the run there, but they hold the Vikings to another field goal thanks to a Carson Wentz intentional grounding, and that was big too. Carson Wentz has not looked good today. Let's be real. Carson Wentz has looked like a rookie out there. There were 2 picks. I mean, 2 bad picks. Really bad stuff. He also had a backwards pass that resulted really in a sack as the ball went out of bounds. But yeah, he's not looking good. He's not looking good at all. Do I give partial credit to Vic Fangio? Yes, but also he's just, I don't know. He doesn't look poised out there. He doesn't look like he's in control. And this is sort of like the Carson Wentz that we've known when he was in Philadelphia, especially during the 2018 years. Or sorry, the 2019, 2020 years. So. But yeah. What's up, man? Mike Boyd says thank you. What's going on? How are you? 9:02 left to go here in quarter number 3. And the kickoff by Reichard is high. And that's going to be caught inside the 10, taking it to the 20, running on the outside towards the 30, and taken down by a plow full of Vikings at about the 34-yard line. Will be the returner Shipley. There's a flag thrown. Jalen Hurts and the offense are going to go out there, and we'll see where the ball will be spotted as we will get a call. Latu gets a penalty there, and that's what causes Philadelphia's offense to step a little bit further behind. Eagles are 25th right now in the NFL in rushing yards per game. And that was not the case last year. They were second. So illegal blocking there. And that's a 15-yard penalty, and that's why the Eagles will have the football at their own 16 instead of their own 31. 11 rushes for Philadelphia, and they have not really done a good job today in that department. Eagles going from right to left. Hurts does have Barkley lined up towards the right side of him, right next to him. Hurts will get the snap. He fires, and the ball is going to be caught right at about the 20 by Devontae Smith. It was a low pass, but Devontae just able to catch it above the turf, and it's just for a gain of about 5 yards. It was Cashman who was on the coverage there. Just a quick pass. See a lot of short plays and a lot of conservative offensive play style calls that are being made by the Birds. Hurts under center again. 18 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts makes the handoff as he drops back. He's looking deep downfield. He fires it over downfield. It's caught by Smith. He'll take it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Who says that Hurts can't throw the deep ball? Well, he threw an absolute bomb there, and Smith got past Isaiah Rodgers, and the Eagles lead it 20-9. Just an incredible pass by Jalen Hurts, a home run throw, and Smith able to get the separation wide open. He caught it at the 30 and took it for an extra 30 yards to the end zone. The play-action pass, baby. 79 yards on that touchdown catch by Devontae Smith. Here's Elliott for the extra point. Snapped, spotted, and good! 21-9, Philadelphia. Even Saquon Barkley said, yep, that's a touchdown. Jurgens, by the way, has been ruled out for the rest of the game with a knee injury. Just had to throw that out there.
EAGLES Eagles!
Let's go, baby. That was awesome. Any other QB for the Vikings and the Birds would be down by 30 right now. You're not wrong, man. It's really that bad. But that was an awesome play. I love the pass there. Hurts executed that very, very well. Hurts on throws of 25-plus air yards today. 2 for 2 with 116 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a QBR rating of 158, according to Jeff Kerr. So, yes. There we go. Oh, boy. It's great. So Devontae was 7 targets for 6 catches, a total of 115 receiving yards. A.J. Brown, 37, just 1 catch and 2 targets. Mason today, 12 carries for a total of 50 yards. He's averaged about 4.2 per carry. And Justin Jefferson leading the way in receiving yards for the Vikings. He is 72. Really, Jefferson hasn't gone off today either. And the thing that I was worried about was Jordan Addison, because he kind of figured that Jefferson was going to get covered by Quinion a lot of the time. But Addison really hasn't exploded. And part of the reason why is because Carson Wentz is really just had a bad day. We're so lucky that they're playing Wentz. Yeah, Carson has looked like a shell of himself. He has looked shelled. And, again, like I give credit to Vic, right? Jalen Carter's having a very good game. Zach Bond's having a good game. Jalix Hunt, great interception there, right? Great pick 6. But, yeah, so, yes. All right, here we go. Elliott with a kickoff here, and it's going to be really short of the landing zone, and so that is going to put the Vikings at their own 40-yard line. I mean, that was not a good kickoff at all. So it'll be placed at the 40. Minnesota able to get good field positioning out of this. Don't want to give them a short field. That's not what you wanted, especially after your offense did its job. Wentz under center, hands it off, and they fake the handoff, or they hand it back off over to Wentz again, and Wentz throws it over to T.J. Hawkinson, and that is incomplete, but a flag is going to be thrown on Jalix Hunt. So some misdirection there by the Minnesota Vikings. Handed it off over to Mason, then they flipped it back over to Xander Scott, and then tossed it back over to Carson Wentz with a lateral pass to him. And then Wentz just threw it over to Hawkinson. And to be honest with you, I didn't really see a pass interference on Jalix Hunt there. But they will call it a 1st and 10. It'll be a 14-yard penalty for a PI, a DPI, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 46. Vikings have the football. Eagles lead at 21-9. 8 minutes to go on the clock. Another flip back over to the running back there. Pressure's coming, and down he goes. Scott loses 4 yards. Welcome back, Nakobe Dean. Kobe Dean able to just take him down right from the waist. And they knew exactly what was coming. Xavier Scott, nowhere to go and nowhere fast, baby. 2nd and 14, ball spotted right at the 50. Wentz with an empty backfield this time. He has 3 receivers towards the left. Now one of them is in motion. Wentz looks up the middle as he gets the snap, finds Hawkinson, makes the wide open catch in between the hash marks, and then gets taken down by Jihad Campbell. It's a 10-yard pass. It's now 3rd and 4 at the 40. No pass rush there. But you love that textbook tackle by Nakobe Dean on the previous play before that. 3rd and 4, 6:40 left to be played here in the 3rd quarter. Eagles line up on defense. Vikings with 3 seconds left on the play clock. Naylor in motion. Wentz looking towards that right side. Throws it, and it's caught by Naylor. And that is good enough for a first down. He was on the outside, right at the 30. And they will say that he caught it at the Philadelphia 29. A sliding catch by Jalen Naylor. And Adoree Jackson was just a step late behind him. So it's 1st and 10. Wentz in the gun gets the snap. Looks towards his left. Now looks up the middle. Finds Hawkinson again. Hawkinson catches it in between the hash marks. Takes it outside towards the 20. And he is down once again. More soft coverage by Philadelphia. And we do have a player down. Uh-oh. That's an Eagles player down. We'll see who it is. I can't tell who it is right now. It looks like Adoree Jackson got banged up on that play. And again, the Vikings are in the red zone, so we have an injury timeout taken. By the way, Azeez Ojulari is out of the game. Trotter is also out. Just wanted to throw that out there, too. But hopefully Jackson is okay, because you're very thin at cornerback as well. And that's why we have a timeout taken. Where's Larry at? I don't know. Steve says, I can't see the game, so was that pass to Smith called by the sideline, or was that an audible by Hurts? That was called by the sideline. I feel like every game so far has been almost the same offensively. Yeah. So Adoree Jackson got banged up. He was taking the knee, or everybody on the field was taking a knee as soon as Adoree Jackson got hurt, according to John Clark. And again, we can't see because they're in a break right now. But hopefully he's okay. It is 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, folks. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We appreciate each and every one of you for being on here as well. Oh, man. Let's take another sip of water. Let's take a look at some out-of-town scores. Chiefs lead at 31-0 against the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh, boy. Browns are up 24-6 against the Miami Dolphins. You got the Titans down 31-13 against the New England Patriots. That is in the 3rd quarter. 3:05 left to go there. Carolina is up 13-3 against the New York Jets. By the way, Jackson is sitting up. That's according to Olivia Reiner. He is sitting up right now. We'll let you know if he does get up. But bad injury there. Bears have a 20-14 lead against the New Orleans Saints with 7:16 left to go in the 3rd quarter. And the other game, did we forget any other game? I don't think so. I don't think we forgot any other game. Of course, the game that happened earlier today. Nice win made by the Rams. All right. So 1st and 10, and again, the ball will be spotted on the 19-yard line. So the Rams did win 35-7. earlier today. And, of course, the Bengals did beat the Steelers on Thursday. The score was 33-31. Adoree Jackson is now walking off the field and is headed right to the medical tent. Keely Ringo is in at the cornerback position. So, Adoree Jackson is going to be examined out of the tent. 5:53 left to be played in the third quarter. Vikings do have the football. They're in the red zone. And it'll be a 1st and 10 once they are back from the timeout. We need 8 more subs for us to get to 8,100. Lawrence is here. What's up, Lawrence? Trying to see who's had a very good day. Mahomes has thrown for 286 passing yards. He also has thrown 3 touchdowns. He's passed for 3 touchdowns. Huh. Oh, boy. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. I am going to take a very, very quick step off. Very, very quick. 5:53 left to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. They have it at the Philadelphia 19. Wentz hands it off to his running back, Scott, that is, and he runs up the middle. This time he gets about 5 yards. Way too many walkaways. Yeah, I apologize about that. I'm just a little bit stuffy. And I don't really like to blow my nose on stream. So, 2nd and 5. 5:20 left to go in this third quarter. But yes, I do apologize about that. I'm also trying to make sure that I save my voice for tonight. Not going to be as many doubleheaders moving forward, so you won't see as many timeouts. But yes, I do apologize about that. Wentz in the gun, he'll get the snap. He's looking towards his right side, throws it to Addison, and he catches it for about 9 yards. And it'll be a 1st and goal at the Philadelphia 5-yard line. Blankenship there, just a little bit late to get to Jordan Addison. So it's a 1st and goal, and need 5 yards to get on in. 4:33 left to go here in quarter number 3. Each team still has all 3 of their timeouts. Naylor's in motion. Handoff to the the fullback, Cam, I believe, or Scott, that is. Scott runs it for about 4 yards up the middle, and Makuba's the one that makes the stop right at the 1. So it's 2nd and goal. Good tackle made there. He handed it off. Again, he had space to operate towards that right side. And nobody there to stop him on the O-line. 2nd and goal at the 1. Wentz under center. And they pitch it back over to Mason. Tries to run outside. Does he get it in there? Is he in? I think he was a little bit short. Tried to run towards the outside. And I think that he got to the goal line. It will be 3rd and goal. Right on the goal line. And the Eagles are going to try to look for a stop here. Yep, he didn't show it. Showed it right to the goal line. The play is under review. Let's see. I'm showing a replay here. Was his knee down? He's down. Replay official reviewed that the runner broke the plane rolling, and the play was reversed. And they do call a touchdown. Wow. So it's 21-15. Reichard's extra point. Here it comes. It's good. Wow. Direct snap over to Mason, right? The replay official reviewed that the runner broke the plane rolling and the play was reversed. Crazy. That is wild. Kind of curious as to why they didn't go for two there. So it'll be 20-16 with about 3:38 to go in quarter number 3. They did not go for the two. And the Eagles will get the football back. Touchdown Vikings. Vikings were 0 for 3 on the first 3 visits in the red zone. They settled for 3. Zach Berman says that they settled for 3 instead of 7. That's wrong. Alrighty, here we go. 21-16. And Reichard is going to go out there to kick this. And that's going to be caught right inside the 5, taking it all the way to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, and going out to about the 30 is Gibson. That's good enough for a 28-yard return. And so the Eagles will have the football on their own 30-yard line. Again, 21-16 with about 3:38 to go in this third quarter. Again, so a touchdown made by Jordan Mason. It was a 1-yard run. 21-16 Philadelphia Eagles will have the football back with 3:33 left remaining in the third quarter. Eagles going from right to left. Their offense, that is. Ertz is under center. Pitches it back over to Barkley, who runs past the right guard towards the outside, spins, turns, and gets over to Metellus' way and takes it to the Philadelphia 35, and it's just good enough for 5 yards. Not really much there, but Saquon able to get 5 yards out of it. Give him 9 carries for 35 rushing yards and just an average of 4 yards per carry. That's it. His longest today was just for 9. They used Bigsby once. That was for an 11-yard game. That was on the first drive. 2:55 to go here in quarter number 3. Hurts in the gun, gets the snap, hands it off to Barkley, runs up the middle, gets past the sticks, and takes it all the way to about midfield. There is a flag thrown, and it looks like, is it going to be coming back? I think that they're going to call holding on the offense, and they will call it second down. Yes, so they call it back. They were crowding Metellus up the middle, and it's going to be an offensive holding on Tyler Steen. Now that was the type of run that we did see last year, but it was called back. 2:35 left to go in this third quarter. Vikings 3-2 on the season. Eagles lead it by 5. Hurts in the gun, gets the snap. He drops back, looks towards his right side, and right next to him is Bigsby tries a stiff arm past Turner and gets taken down. It's a loss of 1. Confusion about that play call there. Wasn't even looking downfield. So it's now 3rd and 15, right at the Philadelphia 25. Come on. They'll break the huddle. Eagles are 0 for 5 on 3rd down conversion today. It's bad. Hurts gets the snap, drops back. He's going to try to run towards the left side. He had a blocker there, and now he's going to throw it, and it is caught by Devontae Smith, but a flag is going to be issued on the play. Looked like he was escaping the blitz there. We'll see. They're going to call a holding on the Vikings defense. The penalty is declined. So Devontae Smith does make the catch. Anyways, for 28 yards. It's a good pass there by Jalen Hurts. I just couldn't tell if they were going to call it back or whatnot, but nice play there. They call illegal contact. That's what the call was, and that was on the man that was covering A.J. Brown. That was on Cashman. So 1:23 left to go. Ball will be spotted at the Minnesota 47-yard line, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. Hurts will operate under center here. Gets the snap, fakes the handoff, play action pass. Hurts is looking down the center, throws it. It's caught right inside the 30 by Devontae Smith yet again. More flags are thrown. And 1:06 left to go. Isaiah Rodgers, I think he might get called for a PI. Would have gotten called for a PI if it was incomplete. But just a nice play there by Devontae Smith. He actually just held on to the ball. The ball sort of slipped out of his hands. And as he was being pushed by Smith there, he was still able to juggle it and make the catch anyways. 1st and 10 now at the Minnesota 28-yard line. Give Devontae 162 receiving yards. I mean, Hurts has been going to him a lot, and it really just seems to be working so far. Nice pass, too. 60 seconds left remaining in quarter number 3. Oh, man. Hurts in the gun again. Gets the snap. He drops back. Looks down the center again. Finds Dallas Goedert, who makes the catch inside the 25. And he is marked down at the 23. There's 35 seconds left to go. And I wonder if they're going to run another play here or not. Oh, yeah, they're going to have to. Yeah, there's 3 seconds separating the play clock from the game clock. 21-16 Philadelphia. Eagles are at the Vikings 23. 10 seconds left on the game clock. And a pitch back over to Saquon Barkley. And does he get back to the line? Yes, he does. And that is going to do it. It'll be 3rd and 5. Only return for the 4th quarter. Eagles do lead it 21-16. They'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button too. And that way you will know when we do go live. My name is Jason Joseph. Sorry about my voice. Sorry about the sinuses today. If we sound a little bit sick, I do apologize. I was taking breaks before because I am doing the second game tonight, and I would like to try to conserve my voice a little bit. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. These flags are taking years off my life, says Mike. Oh boy. Dude, I just got to tell you, like, my biggest takeaway so far, really, it hasn't really been the flags. It's just been that I know that offensively speaking that they've looked better here in the second half, but I'm still not excusing the bad plays that happened in the first half. Like, they should be, if I'm being really honest with you, it shouldn't, they should be losing this game. And it's just really weird how they're actually up by 5 and they're not down. Devontae's had a very good second half. I will say that. Hurts has played better, but there's still things that are clunky. I mean, that was their first third down completion that they had all day. It just happened on this drive. So, yeah, the running hasn't been so good. Saquon has 36 rushing yards. Guys, that's awful. That's terrible. 36 rushing yards, and you only have 47 yards on the ground. Jalen Hurts has not had any keepers today. It's bad. It's terrible. And that, to me, that's just on Patullo. It really is. Every time that they hand it off to Barkley, or even if they pitch it, it's never really a pitch towards the left side or the right side. It's always when Hurts is in front of him. You know, they'll pitch it right back to him. But yeah, Saquon's not doing a lot of damage, and the O-line has not been doing a good job, but they're still up by 5. You've had a better drive here, and you got to capitalize. So we start off the fourth quarter. It'll be a 3rd and 5 at the 23 in Minnesota territory. Shotgun formation for the Philadelphia Eagles. Hurts gets the snap, hands it off to Barkley, tries to run up the middle, and loses about a yard. Come on, man. Come on. Redmond is the one that made the tackle, but Saquon Barkley just ran right on into him. And they were able to clog up the middle. They stopped the run there. It's 4th and 5. And, well, field goal unit is going to go out there. 42-yard attempt here by Jake Elliott. A terrible play call. Elliott's field goal is no good. It is wide right. And so it still remains a 5-point game. And the Vikings will get the football back. That is awful. That is absolutely awful. Man held it, and Elliott just could not capitalize. It went wide right. Elliott misses the kick there. I'm not, like, Elliott's going to miss, okay? And Elliott can't miss there, but I'm more so upset with why are they running the ball with that type of design on 3rd and 5. So the Vikings take over at their own 32, by the way, and they will have a 1st and 10. And we'll see if the Eagles defense can stay true. So they'll hand it off over to Jordan Mason, who does run up the middle, gets about 8 yards, and he's down at the 40. They had great gains on that drive, and that was all set up for blah. Nothing. It's awful. 21-16, Eagles. They lead it by 5. 13:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Wentz drops back as he gets the snap, looks up the middle, throws it. It's caught right inside the 40 by Jordan Addison, and he takes it all the way to the 35. That's a 25-yard pass to Jordan Addison. Give him a total of 74 receiving yards. That's his 4th catch that he has made today. And that's the longest one that he's had. And just getting that wide open coverage there. And now obviously Ringo is they're gonna try to attack him because there's no Adoree Jackson. Hawkinson in motion, going from right to left. Wentz under center again, drops back as he gets the snap. Pump fakes, fires it. Wide open catch again by Addison. And it is good enough for 20 yards. And just like that, within the blink of an eye, the Vikings are in the red zone, and the ball will be spotted at the Philadelphia 15-yard line. That time it was Quinyon Mitchell who was supposed to be covering Addison and just gave him a lot of space. Addison faked him, went over towards the left, and then he zigzagged over towards the right and was able to catch it outside the numbers. So 1st and 10 at the 15. 12:20 left to go in the 4th quarter. That is the 5th catch made by Addison. And Wentz gets it, pitches it back over to Mason. Mason runs towards the outside on the left, and Cooper DeJean follows him around, tags along, and takes him down for a loss of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 12 at the Philadelphia 17. So there's 11 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 12. 15 seconds left on the play clock here. Wentz will get the snap. Drops back. Looks up the middle. Fires it to Jefferson. And Justin Jefferson catches it right on the 10-yard line. And it'll be a 3rd and 5. Boy, oh boy. I'm just still confused as to why they ran that ball on 3rd and 5 when they did. Like, that's a slap in the face. Wentz gets the snap. Was trying to find Naylor at first. Pump fake to him. Pressure's coming, and he is sacked. A loss of about 7 yards. Moro Ojomo was right there. Big stop there by Philadelphia. And it'll be a 4th and 12, and that's going to hold the Vikings to a 3 once again. They have not found the end zone one time today, if you can believe that. Except, actually, sorry, the Mason touchdown that they got. Yes, they did. I was going to say, wait a sec, that's not right. It's a 35-yarder. Reichard's attempt is absolutely good. It's now 21-19 with 10:06 left to go. In the 4th quarter, Eagles only lead it by 2. 7 plays, 51 yards in a matter of 4 minutes and 9 seconds. And the Eagles and the Vikings will be back in just a little bit. Tell you what, Ojomo made a very good stop there. Need that offense to put up a long, long drive here and put the game away. You're up by 2, go up by 9, get in the end zone, find A.J. Brown, maybe give it to Dallas Goedert. I don't know. But I'll tell you this, that Eagles red zone defense has been really strong. That is also, I didn't mention this, but that's their 4th red zone stop that they've had today. That is good. That is because Vic Fangio is very good at what he does. Vikings are just 1 for 5. Just to back this up, this is according to John Clark. Vikings are 1 for 5 in that red zone. And I like that. I really do. Wentz today has a QBR rating of 70.4. Now, Jalen Hurts' rating is at 158. He is 15 for 17 with his completions. That doesn't mean that he's having a good game, though. But yes, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell icons, too, and that way you will know when we do go live. I was thinking the same things as Steve. There's the classic Wentz dip that I remember. Haven't watched the game, or the O-line finally doing a less pathetic performance as Malcio. No, they're still not. They're still not doing good. They still really have not had a good game at all. No Cam Jurgens. That is a big loss for sure. But yes. So you have Toth in at center. Not ideal. But even still, that's it's still a problem. Now, Toth actually did do better on that second, or on that last drive. Did do better, but still the O-line looked pretty clunky, and the offense, again, like, why are you running the ball on 3rd and 5 when you're in perfect position to try to score? (21-19). And the Eagles will get the football back. They are playing out in Minnesota, out at US Bank Stadium. 10:03 left to go here in the third quarter. And let's see what happens here. Reichert's going to kick this off. Gibson will catch it right at about the 10, and he takes it towards the outside and gets to about the 25, and he is down right at the 30. All right, come on, baby. 10:06 to go in quarter number 4. Devontae Smith with 162 yards. The rest of the team has 96. Hurts under center. Hands it off to Barkley, and he's taken down immediately. I mean, just my goodness. Everybody getting beaten up on the left side of the line. Grenard was right there. It's a loss of 3 yards. 2nd and 13 at the 27 in Philadelphia territory. I mean, just why? Just go to the air at this point. Just doesn't make sense. He broke through and was able to get by Dickerson. Jonathan Grenard was just ready. As soon as Barkley got it, boom. Boom. Brown in motion going from left to right. Hurts gets the snap, looks towards his right side, and he avoids one sack. Has a little bit of time, throws it, and it is incomplete. It was supposed to go towards that left side. Did throw it into coverage there, and another not nice play there by Jalen Hurts in that offense, and the O-line just did not protect them. Really. It was Grenard that was able to beat Mailata that time, and again, he almost took down Jalen Hurts and provided him to think on his feet. And Devontae Smith, who tried to catch it, that was just thrown into coverage. And it was out of bounds anyways. Would have been incomplete. 9:09 to go here in the fourth quarter, 3rd and 13. Hurts gets the snap, drops back, and he is scrambling around, and he'll throw it towards the right side, and A.J. Brown makes the catch. Was he in bounds? Was he in bounds? He most certainly was, and that's a first down for Philadelphia. Improvisation at its best. Hurts able to scramble around, almost avoided the sack again, and then he had Turner on his heels, threw it towards that right sideline, and A.J. Brown able to haul in that catch for his second catch today. It was 13 yards. All right, here we go. Another handoff to Saquon Barkley. He does take it all the way to the 48-yard line and gains about 8 yards. So A.J. Brown catches a 13-yard pass from Hurts, and Barkley follows up with an 8-yard run. 2nd and 2, ball at the Philadelphia 48. They just got past midfield. 8:03 left to go. Hurts hands it off to Barkley, tries to spin past one tackle and takes it past the 50 and gets over to the Vikings 48. Did I say that he was past midfield before? I apologize about that. Now they are past midfield. They'll mark him down at the 47. Barkley able to avoid that one tackle. I believe that was Grenard that was out there, but Barkley is down. Uh-oh. He got injured. He's on his right knee. He's punching his fist to the turf. Uh-oh. Let's see again what happened on the replay. Tried to spin past one defender and was able to find success there. And he just got hurt. He was being tackled by Wilson and Williams. He is hobbling off the field, holding on to the one trainer's right shoulder. I believe that they're examining his left shoulder. Will Shipley got evaluated for a concussion and is cleared to return, so that is good news. Looks like Barkley wanted to try to go back out there. Doing some stretching on the sideline. We'll keep our eye on him. 7:40 left to go in this fourth quarter. So obviously he's not in right now. Hurts is under center. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts drops back. Play action pass. He's looking down the center. Throws it. Wide open catch by Smith. Right inside the 30. Down on the hash mark at about the 26-yard line. And Devontae Smith catches it for another 21-yard gain. He now has 183 receiving yards. Another great throw by Hurts to get the first down there. 1st and 10 at the Vikings' 26-yard line. That's a new career high, by the way, for Devontae Smith with his receiving yards. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts in the gun, gets the snap. Barkley is back in, by the way. And he gets the snap, throws it over to A.J. Brown. Brown catches it right inside the 5 and takes it to the end zone. And the Birds get another much-needed touchdown. That's his second touchdown catch of the ball game. That time it was for 26. And he got past his man Byron Murphy to take it right to the house. Excellent drive there by Jalen Hurts. 6:35 to go in quarter number 4. And an extra point gives the Birds a 2-possession lead. Snapped, spotted, good! A 9-point lead for Philadelphia. Oh boy.
On the road to victory. Eagles fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. It'll go.
28-19. Eagles lead it by 9.
Eagles fight. Eagles fight. On the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles.
Yeah. That drive was awesome by Jalen. That was a great drive. Loved what Hurts was able to do there. 281 passing yards in this game. And that drive was really special. 7 plays for 70 yards in a matter of 3 minutes and 31 seconds. Eagles have a total of 328 yards. They've only ran for about 57, but they've thrown the ball for 271. That will work. The penalties are still high. I know that they have not turned the ball over once today, but even still, you like to see the penalties go down. But the last 2 drives really this drive in general, they were moving the football over the last two drives. Except we all know what happened at the end of the previous one. But this time they got the result, and they played really well on that drive. Great catch, too, by A.J. I don't know if I said that. Great catch by A.J. Brown. That right there is football. Great. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. And turn on the notification bell icons too. Let's go, man. We needed that. That was desperate, man. We were desperate to try to get a touchdown. When it's a 2-point lead like that and the lead just continues to diminish, you sort of tense up. And for them to just be able to get that touchdown, big. Very, very big. So A.J. Brown with 76 receiving yards. Devontae with 183. And also, I really loved that pass that Jalen Hurts had that he had to improvise, and he avoided a sack there because, again, he didn't get any protection from the O-line and was able to just throw it on the run over to A.J. Brown. That was a nice play. That play, I thought, really defined that drive. Barkley did come back in. I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. He did come back in later on in that drive. I forgot to follow up on that. All right, here we go. So Price got about a 19-yard return, took it to the Minnesota 28, and the Vikings have the football right on their own 28-yard line. There's 6.5 minutes left to go. Wentz will get the snap, looks for Addison, who's on the outside towards the right, and fires it to him and makes the catch. Jordan Addison for a gain of 7. Quinion Mitchell has been covering him. And again, Justin Jefferson has been nowhere near to be found. 6 catches for a total of 100 yards. Jefferson has gone pretty quiet here in this second half. Don't want to jinx it, but 5:58 left to go. And the Eagles defense could use a stop here. Jalen Naylor lined up in the slots. Wentz gets the snap. Looks for Addison again. And Addison makes the catch. It's a 14-yard pass from Carson Wentz. Wide open was Addison. Ringo was supposed to cover him, and he was nowhere to be found. And by the time the ball was caught, Ringo did end up tackling Addison, so it's a 1st and 10 right at the Minnesota 49. 2 plays, 21 yards, in a matter of 44 seconds. Wentz and the Vikings going from right to left. 5:20 left to go. Wentz gets the snap, drops back. He has time. He fires downfield towards the right side and overthrows it to Jefferson. It's incomplete. He overthrew it about 3 to 4 yards or so. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Ball back at the 49. Overshot him there. Seema Fox is here. What's going on? Wentz in the second half, he's thrown for 131 passing yards and is 12 for 14 in the first half. He was 11 for 19 with 152. Wentz will get the snap. Pocket's collapsing. He has to roll out towards the right. He throws it over to T.J. Hawkinson, and that is incomplete. Was that Adam Thielen who tried to catch that? It was Adam Thielen. Why did I say TJ? So it's incomplete regardless. 3rd and 10 at the Minnesota 49. Loved what Jahad Campbell and Cooper DeJean were able to provide there. I mean, they didn't give him any space to operate at all. So 5:08 left to go. 3rd and 10, baby. 3 receivers lined up towards the right. Motion towards the near side. Wentz gets the snap. He's going to run with the football. Takes it past the 50, to the 40, to the 35, and he's marked down right at about the 34 in Minnesota territory. 1st and 10. Wentz able to scramble for the first time today for 16 yards and 5:08 left to go. Everybody else was covered except for the quarterback, and he said, I'm just going to take it myself. He avoided 1 tackle. Kuba couldn't finish him there. And, well, takes it all the way to the 35. 4:53 left to be played here in the fourth quarter, and another injury for Philadelphia. That was Moro Ojomo that got hurt. And we have a timeout taken at the 4:53 marker. It's an injury timeout here. And just cannot get banged up. It's not what you want. Just get that W. Try to get the stop here. Remember, each team still has 3 timeouts left, so there's still plenty of time left to go. And there's 4:53 left here in the fourth quarter. 3:43 p.m. Eastern Time. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Appreciate you guys for being on here. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell icons too. It's not what you want. Looks like Ojomo is going to come on out, and he will most likely go over to the blue medical tent. First and 10 at the Philadelphia 35. Again, sorry about my voice. Clock does start. 4:43 left to go. Wentz has 3 receivers towards the right, 1 to the left. He'll get the snap. He has time. He throws it downfield. Underthrows it this time to Justin Jefferson, and that's incomplete. Jefferson was trying to take it all the way to the house, and Carson Wentz just did not have enough oomph on that throw. And the clock does stop with 4:31 left to be played in the fourth. He's been having really good protection. Johnson tried to get past Barisal and wasn't able to do so. Barisal able to get him on the outside. 3rd and 10 here. Shotgun formation again. Wentz gets the snap, tries to find Hawkinson, who is wide open. He juggled it, and it's incomplete. Right past the line of scrimmage. Tried to run towards his right side. Over on the right side, and it went right through his hands it deflected off of his hands and just was not able to catch it anyways. 3rd and 10. That was not Wentz's fault there. The Eagles may have also dodged a bullet too. 4:27 to go in quarter number 4. Ball at the 35. This would be a 53-yard field goal. Wentz drops back as he gets the snap. Pump fakes on the throw. He's going to run up the middle, and he will get himself another first down. Carson Wentz scrambling for 12 yards as he's marked down at the 23. And that's the second time on this drive that Wentz took advantage of a big gap up the middle. And a good blocking there from Ham as well. 1st and 10, 3:50 left to go. Wentz gets the snap, looks downfield. It's incomplete. No flags. Mitchell on the coverage on Justin Jefferson again. And Jefferson just continues to be silenced by this Eagles defense. This Eagles secondary, I should say. Chuba was also in the vicinity as well. 3:45 left to go. The secondary is doing its job, but I'd love to see more pressure from the D-line, especially when Wentz is now starting to become a threat. He's beating them with his legs. Wentz gets the snap, throws it towards the right, finds Addison, and makes the catch right in front of the sticks. It'll be an 8-yard pass to Jordan Addison. Give him now 123 receiving yards on the afternoon. That's his 8th catch. It's been 10 plays and 57 yards on this drive, which has taken approximately 2 minutes and 50 seconds so far. 3:15 left to go. And again, each team has all 3 timeouts. Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. Hawkinson over on the right. There's Addison on the right, too. Jefferson on the left side. Aligned over on the outside. Naylor in the slot. Wentz gets the snap. He's looking. Rolls towards his right side. Fires it towards the end zone. And a diving catch by T.J. Hawkinson. And that is a touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson with a 15-yard catch into the end zone. And it's now 28-25, and this game is not over yet. Wentz just rolled out towards that right side, and nobody, and I mean nobody, found Hawkinson. He dove for it, caught it in the air. And the question is, did he have control of the ball? They are going to review it. The ball. The question is, does Hawkinson clearly secure the football? The nose of it, when he was coming down, moved a little bit. But they're going to check to see if he held on. So it's a scoring review here. Regardless, though, the defense of the Eagles did go MIA there. The ball hit the ground. Or, yeah, by the time he hit the ground there was some movement. The problem is that after it hit the ground, the hands did move. It looked like just from the replay review, and I was trying to listen also to the Fox commentary as well. The hands came off the ball right at the end. And you couldn't see that in real time. The whole thing is that Hawkinson has to maintain control of the ball after it hits the ground. The referees did review it. The call is reversed. And that is an incomplete pass. And the Eagles dodged a bullet there. Wow. He didn't maintain it. And again, it's a great pass by Carson. Tough play, too. Again, he had to dive for it in the air. And the ball just moved. 2:58 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's now 4th and 2. And the Eagles still got to play defense. Of course, it's 4th and 2 at the Philadelphia 15. Even if they get a turnover here, it's still not done because the Vikings still have all 3 timeouts left. So the play was reversed. Wentz gets the snap, looks towards Addison's way, finds Addison, and Addison makes the catch, gets himself a first down. It'll be a 1st and goal at the 10. That was a great play call there by O'Connell. And Jordan Addison able to get a lot of wide open space over towards that right side. Got pushed out of bounds by Cooper DeJean. It's a 1st and goal at the 10. And the clock stops with 2:54 left to go in the 4th quarter. A lot happening, man. Crazy. 2:54 left to go in the 4th quarter. Wentz does get the high snap. Pressure's coming and is taken down. Oh, boy. Carson Wentz taken down by Josh Uche. It's a loss of 8 yards. That sends him back to the 18-yard line. Uche able to break on through the glass. Wentz gets the snap. He's looking. He's still looking. Throws it towards the center. Hawkinson makes the catch right at about the 11 on the hash, and he is marked down on the 11-yard line. 3rd and goal now for the Minnesota Vikings. 2:10 to go. See if they get one play off before the 2-minute warning. That's probably what they're going to do here, and they will. Wentz gets the snap. He's looking towards the left side. Floats it over towards the end zone, and it's incomplete. It is incomplete. Naylor was the intended target there. He tried to sort of throw a lob pass to him, and he couldn't make the catch. He wasn't there. Overthrew it just a little bit. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and there's still plenty of football to go. 28-19 Philadelphia, and they'll be back in just a few moments. Oh, boy. Incomplete. This game is sponsored by Tom, says Mike. Man. After this, we're going to rest up. We're getting ready for Game 6 tonight. Boy. Eagles have scored a touchdown in each quarter so far today. And they lead at 28-19. Folks, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. See that DeAndre Swift has ran for a total of 124 yards on 19 carries. Wow. It's wild. Browns are up 31-6 against the Dolphins. That's big. Brian, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate. Oh, Mike Sarno with the membership. Wait, did Brian just gift a membership? Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. Fatal FPS says, "Go Birds, baby." Wow. Let's take a sip of water. The 2-minute warning. It is 4th and goal coming on up. Here we go. All right. They will send the field goal unit out there. Not surprised. Again, it's a 2-possession game. Reichard is going to go out there to kick the field goal. This will be a 29-yard attempt. They're going to be conservative here. Ball snapped, spotted, and the kick is good. He got it. He got it. It's 28-22 with 1:57 left to go. And all the Eagles got to do is just get first downs here, man. Just get first downs and march down that field and close out the game. Just close it out, man. All right, 1:57 left to go here in the 4th quarter, and the Eagles will get the football back. That drive took 4 minutes and 38 seconds for the Vikings. They did put up 61 yards on a total of 16 plays there. So the Vikings did not go for the touchdown there. And instead, they took the 3. 28-22. Vikings are 1 for 6 in the red zone now today. So Barkley was evaluated for a concussion, and he is cleared to return. Ojomo is still being evaluated. All right, 28-22, 1:57 left to go. Riker's had himself a very good day. He made one from 29, one from 35, one from 28, one from 34, and one from 59 yards. Here's the kickoff. It's high, and it's going to be caught right at the 5 by Gibson, and he takes it all the way over to the 15, to the 20, marches past the 30 to the 40, and he's down at the 43. 1:52 left to go in the fourth quarter. A 37-yard return by Xavier Gibson. And, well, now you just got to get some first downs here, and that should just about do it, but they got to be able to move those sticks. All right. Special teams doing a good job there, putting the Eagles in good field position. Again, they're at their own 43. Hurts hands it off to Barkley, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. I'll actually say that he got half a yard there. Surprised about that. And the first timeout will be taken by Minnesota. Everybody, it's just funny. Everybody knows that they're going to run the ball. They're going to hand it off to Barkley, and he's just going to run up the middle. And they're not going to pitch it to him. And Hurts is not going to run with the football himself. I really am just so disappointed that they're not having these in-designed runs for Jalen Hurts. 2nd and 9, 1:48 left to go in the fourth quarter. Timeout number 1 burned by Minnesota. They line up the Eagles. Shotgun formation again. There's Goddard over in the slot. There's A.J. Brown over on the outside towards the right. Hurts gets the snap, finds A.J. Brown, and he could not haul it in. It's incomplete. Would have caught it right at the 50. And so, it's now 3rd and 9. Gosh. Renard tried to block it there, and A.J. Brown went a little bit over towards the left and could not make the catch. Hurts was not following Brown there. Brown's motion was going towards that left, and Hurts' throw was not on the money. 3rd and 9, 1:45 left to go. And the ball at the Philadelphia 44. And the Eagles will take a timeout here. Oh, wait, a flag will be thrown? Why did I say flag thrown? No, timeout. Timeout. They got that wrong on Fox. Still have 2 timeouts remaining. Man, get that first down, please. First down, ball game. If they run the ball here, there's going to be a lot of questions. There's going to be a lot of questions. All right, they'll break the huddle. 3rd and 9 at the 44. Eagles line up. Of course, they're in the shotgun. Hurts gets the snap. He drops back. He's looking down over towards the left side. Fires it over to Brown. Makes the basket catch. And Brown takes it right over to the 30, and he is down. He is down right at the bounce. Oh, waiting for a field position signal here. I couldn't tell where the ball was. That's a 45-yard pass. and that is going all the way to the Minnesota 11-yard line. What a pass again by Jalen Hurts. Looking for those markers, couldn't tell where it was, but it was a deep ball thrown by Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown over the shoulder, basket catch, and timeout number 2 taken by Minnesota. Let's go. 121 passing yards to A.J. and 183 to Devontae. That'll work. 96 seconds left in this game. Great play call there. Ball is at the 9. Hurts hands it off to Barkley, and he gets taken down as he loses 3 yards there. And the Vikings will take their final timeout. 93 seconds left to go. Hurts' deep balls have been on the money. Have yourself a day, Jalen Hurts. Really. It's awesome. Let's go, chat. Let's go, baby. Love that. Second and 13 at the Minnesota 14-yard line. Hurts with 326 passing yards. Another handoff over to Barkley, and he tries to run up the middle and gets back to the line of scrimmage. 18 rushes for just 44 yards for Saquon Barkley. It's only good enough for an average of 2.5 per carry. His longest was 9. Awful. Third and 13 now at the Minnesota 14-yard line. And, of course, the Eagles are just going to let this thing run out here. 55 seconds left to go. Three seconds left on the play clock, and the Eagles will take their second timeout. Let's go, man. Let's go. Again, I do apologize about my voice. I do. Third and 13 with one timeout left to go by Philadelphia. 48 seconds left in this game. Take a knee here, and that's going to give you 7 seconds just to make the field goal here. Or 7 seconds left on the game clock. And that would make it a 9-point game. $47 seconds left to go. Hurts under center. And he is going to take a little bit of time, and he will get sacked with 41 seconds left. So they obviously wanted to take clock off. And, well, there's going to be 1 second, about a second and a half separating the play clock from the game clock. The game clock from the play clock. This will be 4th and 18. So that is technically a sack. It's a loss of 5. They didn't want to take the knee right away, so they just took as much time as possible just to be able to try to kill that clock. 5 seconds left to go. And now the timeout is they're going to call a delay of game here. What a win today by the Birds. What a game. This would be 4th and 23. And the ball will be at the Minnesota 24. Wow. Got a lot to say after this is done. I do. So the Eagles did take their 3rd and final timeout. And this will be a 42-yard field goal here. Man. Come on, baby. 2 seconds left in this game. It is 28-22, Philadelphia. They're going to break the huddle and just take a knee here. That's it. And there it is. All right, the game is over. The Eagles hang on. They beat the Vikings by a final score of 28-22. Ring that bell, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Love this. Woo. Let's go, Chad. Oh, it's great. It's beautiful. It's absolutely awesome. Let's go, man. Let's go. Nice. Very, very nice. Alrighty. Forgot that this is not lined up correctly. So the Eagles win by a score of 28-22. I got a lot to say. The MVP of the ball game has to be Jalen Hurts. Has to be Jalen Hurts, right? Jalen played his butt off in that second half. Hurts is the 3rd player in Eagles history to record a perfect passer rating of 158.3. That is honestly, I think that is going to go down as one of Jalen Hurts' best games of his career. I really feel that way. He was a dog. When it came to throwing the deep ball and executing, he did that. I loved that pass that he made to A.J. Brown to put the dagger in that ball game. It was awesome. Again, a lot of questions about what happened in that first half. I'm not satisfied with that. I'm not happy, but I do have to say that when push came to shove, again, Jalen Hurts stepped up when he had to do so. And he was on the money. Devontae Smith, really nice catches. I liked some of the routes and some of the play designs that they had to Devontae Smith. There's still a lot that has to be worked on. There's still a lot that needs to be figured out. But the 79-yard touchdown pass to Devontae Smith was a dot, and that is probably going to go down as one of my favorite throws. The one that he had to A.J. Brown at the beginning, too, for that 37-yard touchdown pass, that was clean as well. But let's be real, okay? This Vikings team really just gave the Eagles a lot of chances. Okay, Carson Wentz was terrible today. He was really bad in that first half. 2 straight turnovers. He threw 2 straight picks in a row. I mean, he was out of sorts. He really was. He had a backwards pass that ended up going out of bounds, and they ended up losing 5 yards on that, too. That dropped them back to the 9-yard line, to their own 9. That was awful. And the Eagles really should have, if they were playing well offensively in that first half, this should have been a blowout. It should have been a blowout. And look, a win is a win at the end of the day. I agree, yes. And especially in the NFL, you'll take all the wins as they come. But also, 2 things can be true. You still got to play better on offense. Saquon Barkley, it's disappointing. You're watching him go out there. You look at the stat sheet, 18 rushes for 44 yards, and you just feel, man, because this guy last year was putting up such a historic season. I mean, he was playing out of his mind very, very well, and he just has not been doing that. Part of it, yes, has been on the O-line, but also another part of it, too, is that Barkley himself has just not gotten that separation with his footwork this year, and that is a concern, too. And also, yes, the play calling factors into it as well. Why are they going to keep running it to Saquon up the middle, especially even towards the end? You know, these are like easy plays for the Vikings. All they got to do is just stack that box, and then Saquon just runs with the ball, and he's going to go nowhere fast. And that's not going to help you out either. But Jalen Hurts beat them with his arm and came through. He did. Curious as to how things are going to go this week. We saw that Barkley did get banged up, and hopefully he is okay. That is something else that I forgot to sort of note too. But hopefully he's okay and good to go for next week. But also Juergens, you lost him. I mean, you're battling through adversity for sure, but it's just still clunky. And I have to be honest with you, and I have to say that it still hasn't been what it should be. But also at the same time, they got the win. And Jalen Hurts looked really good in that fourth quarter. When you needed somebody to step up and come through, Jalen Hurts clutched up, and he was the guy. And he played very, very well. They had 316 passing yards, and Hurts threw for 326. That was passing net yards, by the way. But yeah, we'll take that. 183 receiving yards for Devontae, 121 for A.J. Brown. There was something else I wanted to talk about, too. Cooper DeJean had a really nice play in the end zone against Justin Jefferson. And I actually I was impressed with how great they did on Jefferson. I thought that the secondary did a really good job for the most part. The Hawkinson catch. Okay, was it a catch? Was it not a catch? Look, the Eagles dodged a bullet there. That was also on the secondary, but that was they lucked out with that. They did. That was just on Hawkinson, just moving the ball just a smidge, and that was a rally killer for them. So, but yes, there were definitely things that did go their way, but I did like what Cooper DeJean did in the end zone against Justin Jefferson, and that man just could not be found. Wentz overthrew it to him one time. He then underthrew it to him another time late on in that fourth quarter. But yeah, I didn't really think that he had himself a good game. You actually thought that Jefferson, for the most part, was going to get covered by Quinion. And the funny part about it is that they switched up and they had Quinion on Addison. And Addison, Addison had some big plays in that first quarter, or in the first half, I should say. But he didn't really explode, in my opinion. I know that the stats say that he had 128 receiving yards, but I figured, if Justin Jefferson is going to be held, then Addison's going to have a big game. And statistically, he did. And in the first half, he was making plays, but I think that the Eagles actually did a good job neutralizing him. You also, too, have to think about this. Okay, you lost one of your cornerbacks, Adoree Jackson, and Ringo is getting attacked. And that was also a thing, too. So they had Ringo on Addison at some points during that fourth quarter. And O'Connell, you figured, was going to try to pick his spots with that and try to pick on him. And he did, but didn't really come back to bite the Eagles. The other stat that stood out to me, too, is that the Eagles were 0 for 5 on third down And then they ended up being 3 for 10 at the end. And loved, again, I will continue to say that pass that A.J. Brown caught was big. And that throw that Hurts made when he had to execute on third down was awesome. It was good stuff. I want to hear what you guys do have to say. But yes. What else do we got? JJ sounds like Barry White today. Such a deep voice. Thanks. Yeah, I'm just trying to rest it up. It's not feeling the best. I'm going to get off soon, but I did feel like that I owed you guys some analysis overall on that game, and I did want to hear what you guys had to say. But yeah, W is great. What else do we got? Catch you guys later. Anybody else have anything that they want to say? Philadelphia beat Minnesota twice. Before the game started, says Mike, I had Eagles 24-21. Just looking at that 158.3 rating. Beautiful. He carried them to that win. He did. He won them that game. Jay Decker says nothing improved this week. They got lucky. I thought that Jalen Hurts played well in that fourth quarter. That's an improvement. He did play well. He had some deep passes, and he executed on those. There were times this year where he didn't do that. So I would actually say I would disagree with you in that area. And I would say, yes, the play calling still was clunky. Yes, the O-line didn't look so good, and I still have concerns, but to say that they didn't improve at all, Jalen Hurts did play really well. And I think that is a sign, and I take that as a positive. I too really take that as a positive. But yes, the TJ Hawkinson catch in the end zone, sure, I agree with you there. No one gave up in the middle of running a route. Yeah. I thought that they actually, the one thing, too, that I liked was that they did utilize, not only did they utilize the sidelines, I mean, they have been utilizing the sidelines a lot this year, but I thought that they made more plays up the middle and down the field. But, yes, this O-line needs to play better. The play calling is still sketchy. I agree. But I still do take a positive out of Jalen Hurts today. But I'm nervous about Saquon. Nervous about if the O-line can stay healthy, because you still need Juergens out there. And Dickerson Dickerson got beaten up a couple of times today, and that is concerning as well. I said to myself, if this guy is not fully healthy, like, why is he playing? I thought that they rushed him back in the very beginning of the season, and they should have just given him some more time off. Like, what's the rush of bringing this guy back? Look, if your offensive line, if that side of the line is gonna suffer, you know what I still care about his health. I want him to be operating at a better clip, because to me, he was still getting beaten out there. So, love you guys. I'll catch you all a little bit later tonight. We're going to rest up a little bit. And I will catch you all on the next one. All right? A win is a win. But this team is killing me. Yes, I agree. Hurts had a good game. He did. All right, love you guys.